are perfect. It looks like we are live on Instagram as well. Hey guys, good morning. Let's get this set up here so that it doesn't, let's see here. All right, I think we're good. So kind of a funky angle, not the best angle on Instagram, but we're just gonna roll with it. So guys, I am really excited to share just a little mini masterclass this morning on LinkedIn. Hey Allison, how are you? And so why I wanted to do this, I've actually got a podcast episode out about this week, which is a deep dive. So definitely check out the podcast episode if you want to get more of this. And good morning as you guys are coming in. Let me know where you're coming in from. And also, what's your biggest question or challenge when it comes to LinkedIn? That's what we're talking about this morning, is a little mini LinkedIn masterclass for you. And I'm going to share with you some best practices, some ways that I've used LinkedIn to grow my business, but I'm definitely available for any questions you have or any challenges you're running into with it as well. So when I think back to what's been like the biggest, I would say, lead generator and business accelerator for me over the past 5 years since I left corporate, it's been LinkedIn. And even when I was in corporate, it was, I mean, that's a little more obvious. It was still LinkedIn then. But what I found is that there's a lot of confusion, I think, with LinkedIn of what sort of content should you put on there? You know, how do you actually use it to generate consistent inbound leads? And for any of you right now where you're having to figure out and transition and pivot what your lead generation and business growth strategy is going to be from maybe in-person networking or going and meeting your customers in person or getting on a plane and traveling, LinkedIn can be your best friend to help you transition and pivot your lead generation strategy. You just need to know how to use it right, and you need to know how to effectively build your brand on there and then use that branding and that content to generate consistent inbound leads for your business. So I am just looking back and forth. So guys, I'm live on both Facebook and Instagram. For some reason, Facebook isn't giving me notifications. So if you're here on Facebook and you are commenting or leaving questions, I apologize. For some reason, they're not showing up. I will take a look at the stream afterwards and get back to you. But I am seeing everybody on Instagram. So hey, good morning. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning, Monica. So glad to have you guys here. So again, to get more resources on LinkedIn, just listen to the podcast episode that comes out today on my podcast, Instant Impact with Elyse Archer. And I actually did a deep dive LinkedIn masterclass for you on there. Okay, I've got Jodine on Facebook. Awesome. Hey, Jodine, glad you're here. So I want to cover two primary buckets in terms of LinkedIn for you today. And then again, if you have questions on it, if you're running into challenges with it, leave them in the comments and I will be happy to do some live coaching and helping with that right now. So the first thing that I think you really want to think about with your LinkedIn is how well optimized is your profile. At the end of the day, LinkedIn is kind of like a search engine where your ideal customers are going to be searching for, let's say, business coach or nutritionist, or, in Monica's case, like professional organizer, right? And so you want to make sure that your profile is optimized to be found in search. And then when people find you, you want to make sure that it's actually impressive enough that they want to reach out and connect with you, right? So we've got really the critical importance of making sure your profile is optimized. And I would say 3 big things to think about there that I'm going to share this morning. The first is making sure you're using relevant keywords throughout your profile. So you want to think about what are the search terms that I would want to show up for by my ideal client if they were searching on LinkedIn. And then you want to make sure that you're embedding them throughout your profile appropriately, whether in your headline, whether in your about section. Monica's saying I need to update mine badly. Well, this is your invitation, my friend. This is your invitation. Now is your time to do it. And in the training on the podcast, it goes way deeper, and I've actually got a workbook that you can download and use for free to help update yours. So I think you'll find it hopefully really helpful as well. But so making sure you're using keywords throughout your profile that you would want to show up for. The second thing is to make sure that you're using rich media throughout your profile. And by that, I mean videos, photo, if you've done a presentation, if you've got PowerPoints, if you've got documents, PDFs. LinkedIn does a great job of giving you space to share videos, like Monica's on here saying, I last updated it 4 years ago. Okay, I'm ready. Yes, you are ready. And you could even pull, and I'm just, guys, I'm talking to Monica because I know her because she's been a client. Like, you could pull TV clips, right? TV interviews of you being interviewed and put those on your LinkedIn profile as rich media. So think about, where do you have video content that you can share? It could even be like, I have some of my clients in my magnetic video confidence and lead generation program record a quick little introduction video that they put on their LinkedIn, and it's just a introduction to them, what they're passionate about, why they're there, how they like helping, what you can expect from them in terms of the content they put out. So even if you don't have a lot of rich media to share right now, create a little video that tells people about who you are, what you're all about, how you can help, and put that on there. And LinkedIn loves adding in that additional rich media. It's going to help you get found better in searches, and it's going to help your profile convert better as well when people land there. So for everyone, hey guys who's joining, we're doing a little mini LinkedIn masterclass this morning and talking about profile optimization. The third thing that I would do is really fill out your profile and make full use of everything that they make available to you. For example, and this is just one little thing, LinkedIn gives you the space to list up to 3 different website URLs on your profile under your contact information. Now, I personally don't have 3 websites, but I do have 3 pages on my website that I'd like to drive people to. And so you can do that if you have a personal website, or maybe you have a company website, or you have a specific page on your website where you give away something for free, like a lead magnet to get people on your email address. List those all out on there to take full advantage of all of the space they give you to optimize your profile. Hey guys, good morning to everybody who's joining now. Glad to have you. So that's the profile optimization piece for this morning. Like I said, I'm doing super high level today, and then you can get the deep dive in the podcast episode. It's episode 56 of Instant Impact with Elyse Archer out today. Then the second thing that I would really encourage you to think about is your content strategy. So I've been doing a lot of research into what sort of content is working best on LinkedIn right now. And I think you're hearing more and more people talking about, I'm going to start posting my videos on LinkedIn, and I'm going to start, just sharing more of my content there. And it's been interesting because I've been doing video content on LinkedIn for close to 5 years. And it's always been the #1 driver of leads for me. And I was doing it when not as many people were doing it. And so that's what happens a lot of times with any platform, right? Is when more people do it, suddenly you just have more competition in that space. So one of the things that I've been looking for is what's actually working really well right now. And I've been doing some research and digging for my group coaching clients. And here's just some data that I found that I think is helpful. Post with an image in them. So instead of just doing a text post, if you add an image, you're going to see a 2 times higher comment rate than text posts, which is good because we want engagement, right? That's for any social media platform you're on. What they want to see is engagement. They want to see people commenting. That's one of the things that LinkedIn will use to basically trigger the algorithm to say, okay, his or her content is valuable, so we're going to put it up. We're going to show it to more people, essentially. So if you're just doing a text post, if you can't add a relevant image to help. The second thing, and this is what I really focus on with my clients, but I'll tell you why, because it's so powerful, video posts. So to this day, still, LinkedIn says video is the best type of content to put out on their platform for engagement. So what they say is that a video will get 5 times more engagement than any other content type on LinkedIn. So think about it, right? You're putting in the work and the effort to get your content out there. Don't you want as many people as possible seeing it, right? And so if I know a video is going to get 5 times more engagement than other content, I'm video all day long. Now, the other kind of the newer thing that they have, which let me know in the comments if you guys have applied for LinkedIn Live or not, but we've been doing it on my team for, maybe 3 to 4 months, and it's been really good. LinkedIn Live, it's LinkedIn's it's been around for close to a year now, but they're still rolling it out to more people. It's their live streaming platform. So just like we're doing an Instagram and a Facebook Live right now, same thing, but on LinkedIn. And what they say there is that a LinkedIn Live gets 24 times more engagement than a different type of content post. So if you haven't yet applied for LinkedIn Live, I highly, highly encourage it if you're planning to use LinkedIn as a primary lead generator or a platform builder for you. And if you don't know how to do it, just Google how to apply for LinkedIn Live. It'll take you right to an application page. And it can take a while to get approved, so don't worry or freak out if it doesn't happen right away. I think I applied, last fall, and I think it took 2 to 3 months to get approved. And I'm hearing from other people now, I think they're speeding up the process. It's taking maybe a week or 2 weeks or something like that. And LinkedIn Live is a whole nother animal because you can't go live directly from their platform. You have to use third-party technology to do it. So if you're trying to do it and you run into any issues, send me a DM because I'm more than happy to help, because I've tried a number of the technology platforms and have kind of worked out a lot of the kinks. So happy to help you there. The final thing I'll say in terms of content strategy, I think this is a question that people ask on any platform, is like, how much should I promote versus just be helpful and share? And one thing I'll say is, if there's any ounce of concern or fear in your mind about giving away too much of what you know for free, and then why would somebody buy from you? Stop thinking that way, okay? You really have to have an abundance mentality. Give away the best of what you know for free. I mean, this is really the strategy today for anyone who is a content creator, for anyone who is an entrepreneur, for anyone who's in sales and needs to generate their own leads. Give away what you know for free generously, okay? And the reason why it matters and why it works is that people don't, this is something we say at Brand Builders Group, people don't pay for information today, they pay for organization and application. So when you give away everything you know for free, you're typically going to do it in a kind of random order. Like if you notice on these lives every week, I'm talking about something semi-different every week. It's all the type of stuff I work with my private and group coaching clients on, but it's not in any sort of systematic order where you would most likely follow it. With that being said, my take on it is, look, I want to help as many people as possible. Not everybody's going to be my client, but I also know that the more that I can give and share, the more my ideal clients are going to connect and want to follow and want to work with me. Like even the coaching program that I'm in right now, she did a daily video every single day for, I think it was last summer. And I got so much value out of it. I thought, gosh, if I could get this much out of her free stuff, I wonder what it would look like to work with her as a paying client. So, and then I proceeded to invest a lot of money with her. So don't be afraid to give away what you know, because your right clients are going to appreciate how much value you're adding, and they're going to want to get a deeper level of help and support from you. Now, in terms of the mix of how much you do just value add versus promotion, great book on this. I don't know if you guys have read it, Jab, 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 Right Hook by Gary Vee. I think it's an awesome book that helps you really figure out what is that right strategy. You're always going to want to skew more in terms of value add than promotion. So think about it that way. You kind of want to fill up the piggy bank of value and giving and being generous, so that when you do have something to promote, when you do want to offer a program, you've built up that trust bank and you've built up that value bank with them. So I think if you're looking for a benchmark, like 1 out of every 3 or 1 out of every 4 posts, that would be probably on the high end on the promotion side for me. Could be promotional. So like, let's say that you do 3 just value add posts, and then you have 1 with a call to action, like book a call with me here, or, sign up for XYZ program here. I think that's a reasonable amount. You do want to make sure though, you're always giving people a call to action. You want to train people to take action to move forward when they hear you talk. So make sure that you're always giving a call to action in your content as well. So that's kind of thoughts in terms of promotion versus value add. So if you guys have any questions at all on this, let me know in the comments right now. We talked about how to optimize your LinkedIn profile. We talked about content strategy for LinkedIn. And just as a reminder, this is very high level. I do a much deeper dive for you in this week's podcast episode, which is a deep dive LinkedIn masterclass. So you can get that on any major podcast player. Just search Instant Impact with Elyse Archer, and we've got, I think, really good shows coming out every week on how to grow your personal brand, how to generate leads via video, how to grow your video confidence, how to build a world-class network. And so you can get that again on any major podcast player, Instant Impact with Elyse Archer. And for this week's episode, there is a free download that goes with it, which you can get at ElyseArcher.com/LinkedIn. And it's a workbook that I gave to my group coaching clients for this lesson, and you get the whole workbook for free. So that I think is a very useful tool. I went super in depth in it. You could literally use it as a guide for you to grow your LinkedIn and for you to optimize your LinkedIn. And it was very well received by the group, and I think you will enjoy it as well. So guys, unless there's any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and end the live. But if you do have questions on any of this, send me a DM, let me know how I can help support you in this. And now is a really good time to be building your brand and your reputation online, especially on LinkedIn for those of you who have, it's like that's where your client base is. And so really, really happy to help support you any way that I can in doing that. All right, guys, wishing you a fantastic rest of your day. I'm going to end on Facebook and then Instagram, and I will see you guys next Tuesday at 11:30 again. All right, bye for now.